A happy Sunday. It's a Sunday again, so welcome to the program Global Morning, the weekend edition. I am Sadia Yaku, and how is going out there with you? Are you home, or you're on the field, or you're doing something else? All right, so I don't do this alone as usual. I do this together with my birthday party, Ubong Usoro. A wonderful morning to you, Ubong Usoro.
Yeah, a very good morning to you, Sadia. Thank you yesterday for your wishes and your kind words. It meant a lot.
But then,
it meant a lot. Yeah.
You know, something is always involved.
On my own birthday, I should give you something.
Of course. You are the
On your
second.
birthday, I'll give you something.
Yes.
On my birthday, I'll give you something.
Our money is ours. Your money is ours. So, my brother.
No, mercy. This world is not favorable to us. All right, so thank you so much for the kind words yesterday. You're right. I also had words. You know, I had people like when you said your best colleague and your best
friend.
Yeah, it made a lot of sense because we connect that way. But I also had some people that said I'm their friend, dearest friend. Then somebody sent me a message and said, happy birthday to you, Ubangutoro, my dearest friend.
And that's a wow.
And I didn't know from where to where. Because in all sincerity, this person is not my friend. You know I'm a very blunt person.
Yeah.
Right? If you are not my friend, I'll tell you we are not friends. Right? So this person is not my friend. And the person is telling me dearest friend. I've not replied that message because I didn't know what to reply.
Yeah, you don't have a choice but to reply by thank you very much, my dearest friend. Case closed.
No, if you are not my... I don't play hanky-panky. If you are not my friend, you are not my friend.
So do you want to reply by saying my enemy?
No, I'll ask the person, since when did we become friends? You could have just said happy birthday. That ends the gist.
But to me, it's fine. Just say thank you very much.
No, I know my friends. Let's do it for Akara. Alright, so that's a way of welcoming you to the program. I hope that you are enjoying yourself, and here we are again to have another beautiful segment with you. But before we proceed to look at the papers, I like that we start with Nigerians who are... Have you seen the videos of Nigerians being...
Perpetrated?
Yes, I saw a video of this guy called Mpelenke, that's about his name. He's one of the leaders, in fact the most prominent leader of the South African Nigerians return home, you know, right? He said Nigerians are taking their jabs.
Without sincerity.
Yeah, the Nigerians are taking their jabs. Nigerians must go back home. Not back home. You need to go back. Nigerians need to go back home.
So are they back home?
Yes, the third group of those who are evacuated. Right, the federal government started a program in the High Commission of Nigeria, that is in Pretoria and in Johannesburg. So he said for Nigerians who want to return should come sign up so that the government can lift them. And thanks to Air Peace, who have always been up for national rescue time and time again. So Air Peace have been airlifting Nigerians, and at the last count, the story I'll be doing later today, the third batch of Nigerians were evacuated. I think it was about 271 people that were in that flight. Right, so we have that. But before that, I just want to highlight that, you know, we've seen like that Pelenke that I mentioned leading the flight. In fact, yesterday I saw a video of him slapping somebody. I don't know if that person is a Nigerian. You know, telling the person they gave Nigerians the June 31st deadline to leave the country, and it's sad that this is where we are in our country, a place where people can wake up and tell us leave their country, and the fundamental question is what even took them out in the first place, right? You understand that it's because of going to look for green pastures, right? So it's really sad.
But then we also have some South Africans in Nigeria. So would it be fair if we should also protest as Nigerians to send them packing from our country back to their own country? Now, we have MTN, we have DSTV, and I think ShopRite, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
These are companies owned by South Africans. So would it be fair as Nigerians to stop using anything that relates to South Africa? Because I don't see any good coming out of this. We are
you are saying the truth. You are saying the truth, right?
We are all humans. You can live anywhere, so long as if you're there, you don't commit crimes. You don't go against the rules and regulations of a particular country. And if you do, you have Nigeria embassy to South Africa, you have South Africa embassy Nigeria. So I think they will come together and talk about these things, work it out, find a way out around it, instead of returning people. Now, these people that are returning from South Africans, they've lived there for, some of them 20 years, some of them 30 years, some have kids that don't even know Nigeria. They have investments there. So how will they start from square one? That they are bringing another burden to Nigeria. They're already suffering.
Right, absolutely.
The economy is not friendly.
Right.
So bringing back these people again, it's a hell of a work.
Right, because like you mentioned, absolutely. I think it speaks to where we are as a country. When you ask, can we send out South Africans? The question is, how many South Africans do we have in Nigeria? Yes, we have a few South Africans in Nigeria, but the number is negligible, right? Nigeria has the largest, apart from Zimbabwe, Nigeria has the largest migrant community in South Africa, more than 1 million people.
So now here my question is, why do some Nigerians always prefer living Nigerians to South Africa?
Because for now, presently in Africa, South Africa has the best economy in Africa. We cannot deny that, right? When you compare the amount of money you earn in South Africa and what you earn in Nigeria, it makes more meaning. If you convert it, you are able to do better things at home, right? Yeah, so that's why some Nigerians go. You know, South Africa has a 30% population that are white South Africans that are there. So the economy is really bubbly. They have a good economy. They have a good manufacturing system. They have good farms. There are a lot of opportunities. So many Nigerians left there to that place because of. So you can imagine, South Africa is about 60 million people. Already we have like 1 million that are Nigerians in that country. If the reverse is the case here, Nigeria is over 200 million. I'm not sure we have even up to 10,000 South Africans in Nigeria. So the numbers are, are not the same. And many of the Nigerians that are there, in my view, they are doing legitimate jobs. They have shops. Our Igbo brothers have shops. Our Yoruba brothers are teaching in schools. Many just doing skills and all of that, and God is blessing them, right? And South Africans are saying Nigerians should go. So when Nigerians are leaving, are you going to take over their business? Those are the questions we should be asking, right? Will you take over their business? Will you do what they were doing? Do you have the skill sets that they have? And mind you, it's not just Nigerians. Malawians, they are selling Ghanaians, they are telling other people to leave, they are taking their jobs. And the aspect of taking the jobs and on other things is that in South Africa they have free healthcare for everybody in the country. So they also have free education to a greater extent, right? So they are complaining that Nigerians are coming to enjoy their free healthcare, their this and that. And there's a whole lot of problem for me. And we see, I don't know if we have the video, we could get that. Okay, it's not ready, but maybe before we are done with the show, we'll bring it. You see, some Nigerians, their experiences. Some say, I heard a man who spoke, and the man said he's not been to Nigeria for 12 years, right? All his investments, he said he has cars, he has houses. That person now is coming to start afresh. It's not easy. And it's not something I wish. But this is also a lesson for other Nigerians. Please,
wherever they are.
You are in Canada, you are in the UK, you are in the US. As God blesses you,
Invest in your
something more
country.
to
Yeah.
invest in your country, because you never can tell. Home is home. Home is always better.
Me.
I know when we used to play football those days, how was it? When if you are going forward, you hear them say home is better. Home is better. Like if you pass the ball back, right? So home is always better. At least nobody can pursue you out of Nigeria.
No, nobody. Nigeria is my country. I'm Nigeria. I'm proud Nigeria, even though we have some lapses. Yeah.
All right, so let's. Sadly, this is where we are, but we hope that Africa can rise at once, because if people in the US are not asking people to go back to their country, the UK are not asking. South Africa, can you compare what you have in South Africa and what other countries have? Well, some people say that maybe it's scammer, because there was a time Nigerians also asked people to go. They asked Ghanaians to go. And that was what brought Ghana must go. But this is also a lesson. Nigeria, you were prospering, you thought people could go. Today, people are also saying you should go. South Africa, a time may also come when you go out of your country to look for greener pastures. You may also be asked to go. All right, so let's go for a short break, and when we'll come back, we'll take the papers. Stay with us this morning.
All right, so we'll come back from that short break, and here is where we get to take the daily newspapers, the headlines, what's happening in Nigeria and sometimes outside the country. And our first newspaper for today is Sunday Independent, with lead stories saying 2027 political actors navigate modeled electoral process. And then beneath it, we have analysts blame weak internal party democracy. INEC's poor enforcement mechanism, says, quote, dictating pace of activities through conflicting rulings.
All right, another story says, experts worry over safety of stranded Nigerians in SA, that's South Africa. Nigerians stranded, sad.
All right, so stakeholders advocate resolution of federal government oil marketers impasse.
Right, let me just say something about these oil marketers, because I heard when one of the statements from one of the agencies of government, and they were not happy with the marketers because the global oil price has dropped.
Yeah.
But we've not seen commensurate and drop in our local system.
And before you go further, sorry, I don't want to forget. Nigeria is a country whereby if we have a slight increase in anything, before the price comes down, it's a big deal. You'd have to start pushing, start forcing, start talking before they would agree to bring down the price. So if, for example, now a liter of then before the Middle East war started was about 900 and something per liter, all right, 1,015 700, all right. So because of the war, it then shipped from that amount to 1,003. So you see, now bringing it back is a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem, and that's why the agencies of government are not happy with these marketers, and we need to look at ourselves in the eyes and tell ourselves the truth. Most times we are problems in this country because the oil prices have dropped. The global oil price. It was the same oil price that made you people move from 700 to 1,003. Yeah. And Nigerians understood. Nigerians said, okay, this is fine. This is this. But now that the oil prices have dropped, why have you not returned it to 700, to 750, to 800? I saw the other day one of the major marketers, I don't want to mention his company, reduced the Grantree price by 15 naira. What is 15 naira compared to over 400 naira addition that was made at the time? So we have to tell ourselves the truth as Nigerians. And you see this in taxis, you see this everywhere. So a place that is 500, if it's raining now, people will take 1,000.
We always take advantage of situation. That's Nigerian for you. All right. So the next paper, Nigerians middle class in hunting debt web.
Okay, talking about how it's very difficult. Do we even have middle class in Nigeria side here? Because I remember growing up, the middle class was like a very big deal, right? The middle class was a big deal. You could have an aunt or an auntie who is working in town. Once you have admission, at least your parents can pay your school fees. You can live with them. Because maybe you're in the village and you're just coming to town. You have somebody in town. They'll beg them, please, so. They already have their family going. They could have like 2, 3, 4 children. They'll just beg, please, my child is coming. Can he be staying in your house and be going to school? So, and it wasn't a big deal for them because it was feeding. Prices of things were much cheaper. Could buy a bag of rice for 7,000. I still remember we bought a half bag of rice for 3,000. We could buy a bag of rice for 7,000. Then now I know the price has come down. It's about 50 something thousand, 53, 54. But it's still for a country whose minimum wage is 70,000. Meaning if out of the 70, if you are paid minimum wage, right, you get 70,000. Because that minimum wage is not even realistic to start with. It's not. You can't even pay. You can't survive with that 70,000. Except you are just indoors. You are not going out. Because transportation alone is a big deal. You do transportation, you do feeding, you do data, you do clothing. You need to wear good clothes.
Yeah.
Your cream. You know what I'm talking about, Sadia?
Yeah, I know.
Your shawarma.
And they talk about the health, and if you have kids, their education, and their health.
If you're in Nigeria, just pray that you don't get sick.
You have to do everything possible not to fall sick.
Because if you then get sick and you are earning, you cannot even take it. I remember those days when we would do tests. They say you have malaria positive. They will prescribe drugs. They will give us money to go and buy. I don't remember growing up ever buying any malaria drugs that was more than 2,000. I don't remember.
But now the problem is not even the money. You buy the drugs at a higher rate, and then they end up not working. That's the renewal process. So, you keep renewing.
So how many persons are able to achieve all of this?
Yeah.
You have commitments. You have life in Nigeria is becoming very difficult. You want to do something for yourself. So it means that many Nigerians in their lifetime will never get a home. That's what it means.
A bag of cement is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 15,000 plus. Let me just put plus above All right. Sada Sugarba did a report about cement. So you could see from now till God knows when. I don't know when. Maybe some Nigerians can own a house of their own.
They cannot.
And then when you talk about renting, the rate is high. The landlord will increase rents and tell you the small place, it's 1 point something. You're just calling millions of naira like you're calling 5,000 naira.
And you know the funny part, the monies do not have as much value before, because in a month I look at how much I spend, right? It doesn't have as much value again, right? So it's crazy, and I think Nigerians must help Nigerians. It's about time. Please, if you are offering service, because one of the things we heard was that with Dangote refinery coming, yes, we are not doing importation again. Fuel price will drop. Please, sir, Dangote, please, sir, can you help us?
At this juncture, I think we need to plead.
Yes, can you help us? If it's 700 naira per liter, it's still good. It's still high, but we'll manage. At least we can do 500 naira for locations, right? We can do 500 naira instead of doing 700-800.
Yeah.
And we'll manage. Please, sir, can you do something about this cement price? Can we sell cement 5,000 in this country?
I really don't know, because we already have...
Because we have all of the things in the country.
Yeah.
The bitumen, all the latrites, all of the things that are used to produce cement. We have it in Nigeria. There's a plant in Kogi. Dangote plant in Kogi. There's one in the southwest. There's one in Calabar for Lafarge.
So why do we have that price?
So you can now keep wondering, are these things we have in the country, are they a blessing or a curse? Are they a blessing? Are they a blessing or a curse? Because if we didn't have it, we'll know that, we are importing. Right? But this one we have now. It shouldn't be this hard. So, all right, so let's move over to talk about other stories on that particular newspaper. This morning, we're still looking at the Independent newspaper. The last story on the newspaper, I think we've taken all of
we're done with the Sunday Independent, so we're moving to Sunday Punch.
All right, so the Punch newspaper, Sunday morning, Sunday edition rather. I'll take the big story. It says APC faces backlash over controversial candidates list. Party insists changes followed appeal panel's recommendation. I'll talk a bit about this. It's on page number 3 of the newspaper. This is my forte. All right, so it's about political parties in Nigeria. All of the parties, all of them, from NDC, ADC, all of them, finished their primaries for almost 1 month. They did not. None of them uploaded not even upload, because INEC didn't give them the access, right? Yeah. None of them made public the list of their candidates.
Yeah.
And from what we are hearing, the other day I went to court. Our courts are already overburdened with political issues. Yeah. Because a lot of persons have filed petitions, a lot of persons have filed for hearing at the Federal High Court and different courts, right? So all of them finished primaries, names were not uploaded. And according to people who were on ground, remember, votes were counted and people were announced on the ground. Yeah. But now, some of my friends called me yesterday, some of my friends who are contesting for one office or the other. Names of people who were not announced as winners.
Yes.
At their constituency level, yes, during the primaries at their constituency level, and now the names that have been uploaded on the INEC portal by the party. So, how did this magic happen? That somebody did not win at the constituency level. A winner was announced at the constituency level. People celebrated the winner.
Yeah.
And this was a direct primary. People queued behind it. There are videos to prove that this was the person that had the highest number of crowd. His name is not uploaded. Somebody who has connection or who knows somebody, his name is on. So the political party should be careful, because this will hinder a lot of them.
Yeah, I think from my own state, I have like two persons. The former Speaker, Niger State House of Assembly, who is who won the primary election for Bidai Dati Mokwa Axis. So just to our surprise, the list came out, and then they changed his name with another person. And then for Suleja Tafa Gurara as well. The first person that won the primary was someone that just joined the party. He was announced, just like we all knew during the primaries, that he won the primary election over candidate. So I think this whole drama started last week. Last week, another list came out, and we saw the name of another person as the contestant. And then the current House of Reps, now he's former. Because on the list you have former and you have incoming name of candidates. All right, so he's now former. How? So I think our political parties, our governors, they are the leader of all political parties in their various
And we
states.
should blame them.
Yes, we are blaming them for that. We are holding them accountable.
Right, we are holding them accountable.
Because if you know you have this process, you want to do this method, then why going through that stress?
Yes.
Why giving them hope?
Why not just tell everybody, don't worry, we'll write names, we'll put names.
So you see, from now, you start seeing people leaving the party, moving to another party. Or they might still be in that party and they will do anti-party.
Yeah, this is a
they'll be in the ruling party and support maybe ADC, NDC because of what they've done to them.
Yeah, it's very painful. It's very painful.
For me, I think they really need to go back to the drawing board and do the needful. If you know you don't, you have a candidate already, or this is a process you want to follow, do that process. Call these people and tell them, okay, you, please step down for this person. After 4 years. If we're still alive to witness the next election, you would come back. Or you look at their constituency, what have they gotten before, what have they not gotten before, like positions. Then you look at the one you could give them, so that once you're bringing in another candidate, you fulfill your promise. But no, the whole thing is just destabilized. I don't know how they came about this. It's just like you stated, connection.
Right.
Connection. Or they will go by, no, this is a new party member. You get, this one is a new person and this other one has served for many years with a party.
Right.
So I think we should choose him. That means both the governors that moved from their various political parties to the ruling parties are not safe. Because they might, at the end of the day, come back to the drawing board and then go with those that have suffered with them.
Absolutely. I think that the parties need to do better. This is blatantly wrong. There should be accountability. In fact, those names would have been published that day. Let people know. There's no, because giving it rooms and what we are hearing, our courts will be overburdened with election matters. At the end of the day, these judges are not spirits. You could imagine a judge handling 5 cases in a day. And these cases are not 5 minutes. Some takes hours.
Yeah.
So we should try to, and these are election matters that will be given accelerated hearing. So for this period, criminal issues will not have that side. These are human lives. Some of them are in the prison. They will not be able to get a court date because there are election matters going on. So we should be careful with what we do. All right, so let's take other stories. I'll take the next story.
All right.
This morning, the story says 2027 politics stall local government autonomy despite Supreme Court ruling. That's also another green snake in a green grass. This local government autonomy. We've seen President Tinubu has really shown commitment to the effecting the change and making sure that local governments get direct payments. But the governors some governors seem not to be very happy with what is going on, concerning that, and we just hope that they are able to settle it, because in our country we need peace. We need local government should be able to strive. Local government should be able to do projects, and not just any project. Should be able to do good quality projects.
Yeah.
But if the monies are not paid, we've heard situations where the state will tell the local government, "Come, let us share accounts together." So yes,
well, this issue is like you're talking to me and my state, because we have the same issue. Like that's the same issue we are facing in my state, where you see. Let me just say some states. You see the governors bringing in their boys as local government chairman, and then once you don't remit, they'll kick you out, and then they'll just frame that particular chairman up, and then he'll be kicked out. They'll bring another person. Now, they said allocation, autonomy, local government autonomy. They'll bring in someone that is willing to do what they want. That money is just a common flag. You see a chairman saying allocation, but the people in charge are the governors.
That's why we've not really seen development trickle at the local government. Because, for instance, presently now in Nigeria, there are local governments that collect more than 500 million naira.
So what are they doing with
to 1 billion? Local government like Lagos Island, local governments like Amak, local governments like Obiokpo local government in Port Harcourt. These are in Rivers State. These are local governments that are rich local governments, but they cannot do as much, because all of the money goes to the center. It goes to the states, and maybe you collect 500 million. The state now gives you 20 million.
So what would you do?
What would you do with it? You just do a few, maybe organize community sports festival.
I guess. I want to ask a question. The 2.something kilometer roads, the rural roads, is the governor supposed to do?
We have 3 kinds of roads in Nigeria. We have the trunk A road, they are federal roads.
Yeah.
We have the trunk B road, state roads. We have the trunk C road, which are supposed to be local government roads.
Okay.
Right, but there's an overlapping initiative sometimes.
Right.
You could see some states do some federal government road, that in federal government also in return will give them the money after time. You could also see some states can do local government road, right? And states have that right. They can do local government road, but the local government also has the responsibility to do its roads. But what the governors have done now is to tell all the local government, don't worry, we'll do the projects, right? So they will do it at their own convenience and what they want, and they take the credit. So if you see a road done in a local government, the governor will now go there to commission the road as his project. Meanwhile, there's a fund that the local government chairman would have done the road, right? So the issues just keep,
Let's just go from that story before start saying other things.
All right, so we're still looking at the newspaper this morning.
Discuss those 1.13 million customers who rise in energy costs, and that's on page 6 of Sunday Punch.
Yeah, a lot of persons cannot pay for light bill again, so there were some even are not buying as much as they used to. Some have learned how to manage their light bill. They only they don't own heavy equipment like the ACs and the rest. So, all right, Vatican envoy meets Tinubu, hints at Pope's Nigeria's visit.
Okay. Number plate, police pounds 120 vehicles in Ogun Delta, and that's on page 6 also.
One dies as kidnapped Ekiti worshippers regain freedom. It's on page 6 of the newspaper.
All right, poisoned air, how gas flaring froze childhood death, respiratory diseases in Rivers communities.
Yeah, we need to talk about this. There's a time in Rivers we had the suits, mainly because of activities of what we call bonfire and an illegal refinery, right? And even the legal refinery, because in Nigeria we do gas flaring. We flare our gas. And so many persons do not know that Nigeria has a larger gas reserve than we have petroleum. So we have more gas than petroleum.
So if that should be the case, why is a gas package very expensive?
Because anything we have, we make it expensive.
Please, let's move from that story to the final story. My fiance called off our wedding after I lost my leg in accident. Anambra hairstylist with a picture of one leg and holding her crutches on page 27.
This is very painful. This is very painful.
Which do she deal with? The leg or the fiance abandoning her?
It's painful because some persons, maybe they are thinking of the burden they'll have to go through, being that you've lost your legs, and they're like, okay. But I think that love should be more than that.
But to me, she's holding crutches, and then it's just one leg, not two.
No, but when the man saw her, she had 2 legs, right?
Yes.
So there are some people that are not considerate. There are even some persons that
I feel like praying for him.
Right.
Now.
No, I think it's a maturity, a sense of maturity. There are persons that if when they met you, you were a bit, you had body, and you now lost weight, they may even break up with you. There are persons that if they met you were slim, and they like slim people.
So they body shame someone.
Yeah, so these are. I think it's even better for her peace of mind.
Yeah, I think he doesn't love her from the initial stage.
Just love her
just after.
What he sees. What he sees.
So I pray before he leaves this world, he doesn't experience.
Yeah, because these are not things. Just to laugh at somebody who had an accident.
Yeah,
that's foolishness.
Because you always roll in the same cars. So anything can happen.
What if?
What if now he's in her situation? He will say that one, she don't love him. She's really after his money. Stay for love, fight for love. See what I was telling you that day, ba?
It's sad that we have this kind of thing. But let's move to another newspaper. Now we'll do the Vanguard newspaper, Sunday edition of the Vanguard. The first lead story says heavy rains, flood waters may last 12 weeks. Government agency warn. Fears mount in state, drinking water feared polluted. NIHS says that Lagos drainage filled up, blocked. Don't politicize flooding, Commissioner Wahab. Did you see the flooding in Lekki? I think it happens every year. There's this guy that does coding. He came on social media to show his house. His house was flooded. He was saying, he was making fun of it, but I knew that it was a very painful thing. Say, flood don't visit me, or all my things inside his sitting room totally flooded onto maybe 3 coach level. Right, you could see. So it's a serious problem. And my heartfelt regards to our friends, especially those who live in Lekki, Banana Island, who are affected by this flood. I saw an article on social media that says the rich also cry. So, because these are highbrow area, they are not Makoko, they are not Surulere, these are highbrow area. Like, if you don't have money, you are not staying there. But you are staying in an highbrow area, flooding is disturbing you, and this thing comes like every year. So Lagos residents too should, look at what to do. Stop dumping of refuse in drainage, because so many persons in Lagos, they do that a lot. When it's raining, they'll come out with their waste to come and pour it into the gutter. You are blocking the drainage system. At the end of the day, it causes flooding. The government too should be alert. When it gets to rainy season, you've been having this problem time and time again, almost every year. Why don't you desealed all the gutters maybe 2 weeks before the rainy season comes, so that you can do
Alright, so next story. Alright, so let's quickly go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue, or we'll go for look into another topic.